Welcome back to the DII Nation Podcast. I'm your co-host, Wayne Cavati, and joining me for yet another week of all things D2 is the great one and only Bethany Bowman. Good to see you again, partner.
Hey, Wayne. Thanks. Good to see you again, too. This past weekend, we saw the return of fall D2 sports. And while I saw your latest D2 football rankings go out today, we have some big action on the D2 volleyball court to get to this weekend.
Yep, we sure do. This weekend is the Colorado Premier Challenge, and one of the teams playing there is the defending national champion, Cal State San Bernardino Yotes. And we are very excited to welcome their star player, Alexis Cardoza, to the D2 Nation. Thanks for joining us today, Alexis.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, we're really excited that you're here.
So, Alexis, as a reminder to our D2 faithful, your conference, the CCAA, canceled all sports last season. Unlike some other teams, you guys never returned to the court. How did you keep yourself busy and D2 ready in this past crazy year?
Yeah, I think we really just try to stay connected as a team. And whether that be through social media or sending each other TikToks or having team Zoom calls with all of our coaches, just so that way at least we got our team chemistry together. So when we got back in the gym, it was a matter of, dusting off the dust and the cobwebs and then getting back to where we left off.
Yeah, where you left off was pretty good. You returned to the court this past week. You went 3-1 at the Seaside Invitational. Just how did it feel to be back out on that court? And what do you realize you missed most about playing D2 volleyball?
It felt surreal at first. We were a little like walking on eggshells, kind of felt foreign, which I was hoping I would just jump back into it and we would, just pick up where we left off. But, obviously new team, we have a new roster. So that changes stuff, whether that be team chemistry or just the way that we play our game. So adjusting to that, but once we got adjusted to that, I think we were smooth sailing from there.
Now, before this next question, I want to review your resume, Alexis, for the people at home. So last time on the court, you were the National Player of the Year, you were the CCAA Player of the Year, and the American Volleyball Coaches Association Region Player of the Year, all while going undefeated and winning a national championship. And by the way, that was a tournament that you were named the MVP at as well. And so how do you top that? What are your expectations for this year? And does the year off change anything for you guys?
Last year, honestly, obviously going into that, although I'm very grateful for all those accolades, that wasn't on my goal list. And again, those aren't, check marks that I feel pressure to check off. This is a team sport for a reason. And so as a team, I hope that we can get back and put ourselves in a position that we have a chance to defend that title.
Let's talk about your coach. The Yotes are one of 4 teams to make the NCAA tournament every year of the 2000s. That's 20 straight seasons. Kim Chernis has been doing great things for decades. What makes her so special to play for?
Kim really takes us under her wing and creates a family atmosphere in which we can trust her and she in turn trusts us, which obviously makes her easier to play for because you're not always worried about what she's thinking. She's very upfront with you and lets you know where you stand at all times. And that's comfortable for us because, it helps us get over conflict very quickly and kind of helps us just mold and grow as players day by day in the gym.
So as a former Division II student athlete myself, I had a lot of things that I loved about Division II, but how about you? Why D2?
For me, it wasn't really a D1 or D2 choice. Just so happened that Cal State San Bernardino was a D2 school. But I really appreciate the involvement that my athletic director and my associate athletic director have in our team, and as well as our close-knit community in D2. I feel like most D2 schools have smaller athletics programs, which allows you to get to know other athletes and other coaches, and it just feels like a big family here at as a Yote. And so I'm really appreciative for that, and obviously at home games and keeping up on scores and all that stuff, it makes it a little bit more family-like, and I think it's especially helpful for those who don't play close to home.
You talked about, it's a real close family environment. What's some of your other favorite sports to watch at Cal State San Bernardino?
We really like watching women's and men's soccer. They have a super neat field out there, so it's right behind our arena, so we get to walk out there. And then obviously we share our gym with basketball and women's basketball, so we cross paths with them every day, and before and after practice, whether it's a good practice or bad practice, just giving them a friendly wave and hoping that they can get better in the gym just like we did.
Okay, Alexis, so if you know the show, those were the easy questions. Now comes the tough part, the D2 Nation hot seat. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Bethany, take it away.
Okay, so what's your favorite sports movie ever?
Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Probably Remember the Titans.
That's mine too. That's mine.
Yeah, a classic.
I told you these are hard. Ready? Which social media platform are you most addicted to? And there is a personality or a page that you just can't stop watching.
Definitely TikTok right now. I feel like that's pretty common for everyone. And I am actually on teacher TikTok. So a lot of the TikToks that come up on my For You page are like teachers decorating their classroom and stuff like that. So
is that what you're studying?
No, I'm studying psychology, but I've always deep down wanted to be a teacher.
Gotcha.
So what's in your headphones pre-game to get you pumped up for a match?
Definitely Beyonce. Anything Beyonce, I'm listening to it, getting me hyped up and ready to play. Any
superstitions?
My team is like notorious for having a lot of superstitions. So we sit in the same spot for warm up. We warm up next to the same people. In the huddles, we're next to the same people. It's kind of just like a whole team superstition, not necessarily one of my own, but something that I definitely adopted and carried through as a senior now.
It definitely seems to be working. I'll tell you that.
I'd like to think so.
You play number 1 Concordia St. Paul this weekend in a battle of the last 2 undefeated champions in D2. So give us your prediction.
Well, we're going to go out there guns a-blazing and give it our all, and we'll see what the outcome is. Obviously, I have faith in my team, and I'm excited to go out there and battle with them.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome match. They're a really good team. You guys have been just unbelievable the past few years. So I'm really excited to watch that this weekend. But Alexis, we thank you so much once again for joining us on the D2 Nation. Good luck this weekend. And remember to all you out there in the D2 Nation, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and just about anywhere else you want to listen. Give us a follow, and we'll see you next week on the D2 Nation.